Hey folks, Brian coming at you. It is Monday, May 9th, and it is a glorious day. The sun is out, it's finally getting warm. As you can see, the grass is green, the trees are starting to leaf out. We've had a late spring this year, and it looks like we're going straight to summer with 90s expected this week, but that's how it goes. So the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the BMAC Games. We have the third annual BMAC Games coming up in just under 7 weeks on June 25th and 26th at Tyrrell Basin Ski Resort here in Wisconsin. And really looking forward to this event. Many of you that are already signed up have done the previous 2 years, and we have many new people coming. So I want to do a series of videos so that everybody knows what to expect when they come to compete. So this video, we're going to cover the first stage, the Beast course. So the Beast course of the BMAC Games is going to be approximately a 3 to 4 mile long course where you're rocking with weight in your pack. You're going to have your bow. There's going to be a couple targets on the course, and a challenge where you have to use your optics to spot some things. So a lot going on in that first stage. It's going to be very, very similar to last year. We are making some new trails, so the trail system might be a little different, but do expect that 3 to 4 mile course. Last year I think we had right around 2,000 feet of elevation gain and loss. So for those of you that have not been to Tyrrell Basin, obviously it's here in Wisconsin, so we don't have mountains, but we do have steep hills. The angle, the degree in some of these hills are just as steep as what you'll experience out west, but they're shorter. Probably your longest climb that you'll have will be in that 300-yard range. So not super long, but there's a lot of ups and downs that you'll be challenged with. We will have a couple water stations, at least 2, depending on the weather and temperature, but do plan to have water with you. So with that said, let's first talk about the gear that you should have, or that you do need to finish this stage of the event. So obviously you're going to need a pack. Depending on what category and division you're in, will kind of dictate what type of pack you really need or that you should be using. For the men's elite and the men's masters, like 40 plus, you guys are carrying the heavier weights. For the weights, go to the website and visit that. All the weights and requirements are on the website for your division. So your pack is this. You have to use the same pack from stage to stage. You can't come in to the Beast course with like a day pack and then do the pack out stage with a heavy, like a big frame pack that can handle the weight better. So you do need to pick the pack, and you're going to use that pack for every stage that you have to use a pack for. Same with your archery equipment, same with basically archery, and your pack has to be the same. You can't use your hunting bow for the Beast course and then come with your target bow for the 3D course. That's just not how we do things. This is a bow hunter's challenge. So your pack must be the same. And for the Beast course, again, visit the website for your weight category, but I'm just going to take the men's elite, which is basically under 40. Or for those older guys that want to compete in the elite, which there are some of those that are signed up this year. So for you guys, it's 40 pounds. And what that means is that the whole pack, the pack and the weight that's in the pack, has to equal 40 pounds. It's up to you if you want to have a sandbag, or if you just want to have gear like a sleeping bag, like your hunting gear, all that stuff shoved in there. I don't care what you have in the pack, as long as it is the appropriate weight for your category. You have to carry water. And when you weigh your pack in before we start, again, for the men's elite, has to be 40 pounds. So it has to be at least 40 pounds. At the end of that stage, we also weigh your pack to make sure, just to keep everybody honest, that nobody's taking weight out on the course. We also weigh your pack as you finish. And we give you a 2-pound variance. So you can be men's elite, you can be at 38 pounds. The reason we do that is for water. We'll give you 2 pounds as a lot of weight for water, but so that you can make sure that you're carrying the appropriate weight or the appropriate water that you need to stay hydrated on that course. So we do take into consideration that. Also, your optics. You're going to need optics, probably a rangefinder and your binoculars on the beast course. So if you choose to carry these in your pack and take them out every time you need them, this can be part of your pack weight. If you choose to carry them on your chest and have them more convenient, it's not going to be part of your pack. Like, that's just your extra weight that you're carrying around. So it's up to you. It's up to you if you want to take the time to take it out and back in every time you need it, or if you're going to be more efficient and carry it on you. It's not going to be part of that pack weight. So there's that. And then speaking of binoculars and rangefinders, you're going to need those there's going to be 2 targets on the beast course that you're going to shoot. Scoring for this, we're going to go over that in in the harvest stage, or the 3D course stage. We'll talk about how we're going to score and do all that stuff, but for right now, we'll just kind of brush over that. But optics will be, or actually your rangefinder is really what you need to be able to range those targets that you're going to be shooting. Binoculars, you may or may not need them for that, but your optics are going to be needed for our spotting challenge. Last year we had 4 playing cards, like a deck of cards, nailed to trees at different distances. You kind of knew, you could see them with the naked eye, and some of you guys that had super good vision, you didn't even need your binoculars, so I'm going to make it harder this year. But you're going to be able to see the card, or the 4 or however many cards I decide to have up. You're going to be able to see them, but you're going to need your binoculars to probably be able to tell what they are. And then what you're going to do is basically you're going to have a sheet of paper that's going to have heart, diamond, club, spade, and then you're going to have to write on there what it is. If it's the 7 of hearts, or is it the ace of diamonds, or whatever that might be. So that's the spotting challenge at some point on the course. So that's why you're going to need your binoculars. Your bow, like I mentioned, same archery equipment from stage to stage. I recommend you really should have a quiver on your bow, or you can carry the arrows in your pack if you want. There is no hip quivers allowed, and you cannot carry the arrows in your hand. I mean, that's just the hip quiver and carrying arrows in your hand, that's just a safety thing. You can, during the beast course, you can carry your bow, or you can attach it to your pack. Again, it's up to you and how you want to do that. Like I said, there will probably be 2 targets on the course that you're going to have to take your bow off and shoot. So I'd say last year, the majority of the people attached their bow to their pack because most people had trekking poles. Now, yes, this is a race. Some people will be running or rucking from time to time. Most people end up doing a fast hike. And again, for those of you that are not familiar with Tyrol Basin, there's steep hills, there's drainages, there's rocks, there's just a lot of stuff, and potentially if it's raining, if it's slippery, you might want trekking poles to help with that, to give you extra footing on the course. I would highly recommend, if I was doing it, I would have at least 1 trekking pole. And I'm not sure if I'd either carry my bow or have it attached, but I would for sure at least have 1 trekking pole, because again, it's not so much for the uphills, although it does help climbing uphill. It's more for the downhill and when you're kind of traversing on some of the steep slopes and where you have uneven footing. So highly recommend the trekking poles. For footwear, you could use something like a trail runner shoe. It really depends on you if you need ankle stability or not. Again, most people are going to be moving fairly quickly, probably not necessarily running, but I'm a big fan of these crispy, these are the crispy crossovers. Big fan of these boots. I guess they're considered a boot. They're kind of a mid-height, but something like this. Your Ultras make them, Salomon makes them. Those any footwear that has good traction. You do not want to show up in a tennis shoe or a basketball shoe. You want something with traction. So whether it be a boot or a trail running shoe or something like that, that's totally up to you and what you are going to feel comfortable. Now, you do not have to wear the same footwear from stage to stage. Again, the only thing that you need to have the same from stage to stage is your pack and your bow. Okay. Water. You could have Nalgene bottles. Again, we'll have water stations on the course. You can have a water bladder in your backpack. That's all dependent on how you want to stay hydrated. I would not rely just on our water stations because you might need water before you get to those water stations. So do not rely just on our water stations to keep you hydrated. Last year it was very hot. So yeah, don't rely on our water stations. They're going to be there, but have your own water. So again, kind of going back through the packs, a lot of you, especially those of you that are Western hunters that are going out west on an elk hunt or a mule deer hunt or whatever it might be, already have a full-on like a pack frame pack like this initial ascent. You don't need a pack like this if you're more of a, you know, a Wisconsin Midwesterner bow hunter that doesn't go out west. This trophy line pack or any day pack will do, but it's going to come for the pack out stage for men's elite. They have to carry 80 pounds. So again, we'll go over that in that video, but I kind of want to talk about that so you know how to plan for that. You have to use the same pack. So if you have 40 pounds in a pack like this, it can handle it. It's fine. It might be a little uncomfortable, but it's fine. If you have 80 pounds in a pack like this, and this one even has a waist belt, which makes it a little bit better, but a lot of your day packs don't have that. 80 pounds is very, 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 very uncomfortable in a pack like this, and it may not even be able to hold it. The quality of them, they're just not made for that. So be thinking about that. Rather, if you need to borrow one, contact me. I know many people that have packs. I can probably find you one. You can probably find some used ones online. Or the other option, I bring this up now, is the team division. Teams for the pack out basically still just carry the weight during the beast course. So the team division gets to split their weight between the two. So instead of 80 pounds, if there's two men's elite signed up for a team, they still each only have to carry 40 pounds. Both of you do not have to carry 80 pounds. So there's that to think about. If you're a person that doesn't want to carry the heavy weight for the pack out stage, maybe look at being on a team. And again, if you don't have any buddies that want to do this, reach out to me. I might know of people. You can go on our Facebook page. We actually have a private group page, Beast Mode Archery, if you're on Facebook. That's a good spot to maybe reach out and see if there's somebody that wants to be a part of a team, if you don't know of anybody that wants to participate in that. So I'm going to stop blabbing. Be looking for the other videos coming here in the next week. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. Visit the website, beastmodearcherychallenge.com. Look at the BMAC Games for all the details. I'll be updating that frequently as well too. Thanks a lot, and hope you've been training, and shooting your bow.